Good morning. Amna Auntie is back again. Hope you enjoyed the last week's outdoor class that we had. So, today, just taking the topic a little forward, I'll be teaching you how to do the cross hatching technique. You remember when we started this topic, I told you about the cross hatching thing. So, it's a very simple thing. And apart from cross hatching, we'll do scumbling also. That is a kind of scribbling. So, yes, so both are easy techniques that you can just learn for variation, right? So, just let's begin then. Not waste time, it is not good. Last week, children, we did nature study, remember? Same technique can be used for still life as well. Still life is the objects that cannot move. So, here I have done this mug with the same technique. You can use pencils and the color pencils like we did with the nature study. I'll show you few examples. See, you can take a bulb, a glass, right? And just look at the shade, the detail, the shadow, and you can arrange any object that you want, but take a easy one because you are just learning, right? See this, a fruit, any other fruit you can take. Tube is here, the color tube. You can take bottle, you can take the Fevicol bottle, any pen stand, the things that are easy. So you can try your hand at all these objects with the pencils and the color pencils as well, like we did the nature study, right? Now let us come to cross hatching, the technique that I was talking about. It is lines, crisscross lines, right? And then you get the texture. So if the direction of light is falling on this side in the circle, on the circle, then this part becomes dark and this becomes light. So I have put these lines in the crisscross direction to take the depth, right? Now in this circle, I'll show you that how to do this cross hatching technique. The direction of light we are taking from here. So you will just make lines as neat as possible here. And this way we have to cross it. Fine. That is why it is called cross hatching. Now as you can see, the lines that I have made in the circle are dark this side, and when they are going up they are becoming light because the direction of light is from this angle. So you can see that I have made the lines this way a little roundish because we are taking a round object. So the lines depends on the shape of the object. Now I'll show you how to cross the lines here. This is called cross hatching. Now after crossing the lines, it will give you this texture. Now you can see the roundness also, and where I want the dark color, I'll make close cross hatching lines so that they give you a dark shade, right? And wherever it is light, you will move your pencil lightly, and wherever you want dark, you will do the cross hatching more close, right? Now this mug I showed you in simple pencil shading, same mug I'll tell you how to do in the cross hatching technique, right? Because it's a straight one, so the lines will go straight. I'll make straight lines on the mug because I'm imagining that the light is coming from this direction. So this area becomes dark. Small part at a time. First try and do it in simple objects. Okay. See, by gradually increasing the pressure on the line, you will start getting the shades. Now here the lines will go this direction because it's a round area. So they will go in this round direction, right? And then you will do the cross hatching. So this is the technique that you can do on any still life object or the flowers or leaves that we did. Make very soft lines and gradually keep on increasing the pressure to get the dark shade, right? Here, if I want dark, I'll increase the pressure on the pencil. So same way you can finish the entire object with the cross hatching. One example of the nature study in cross hatching I'll show you. So whichever thing you find interesting, you can do here. Okay. Now see this one. My daughter is also doing, and they both are also very interested in drawing. So they have started this. This is the cross hatching one in a flower. This is a little complicated, but you try and take a easy one and you can do the cross hatching technique. See, just lines. Okay, right? Now the second thing that I was talking about was scumbling. It's kind of scribbling only. Again, direction of light you have to see, and then you have to go on making these patterns, and again wherever you want dark you will increase the pressure, right? Now see, this is also scumbling. The direction is from this side. Here the light is falling from this side, and here the light is coming from this side. So you have to accordingly do the toning, dark to light, right? Another work of my daughter. See, this is scumbling only, scribbling all over, and then you get the picture. So this is also a fun technique. You just can try it into shapes or flowers or something, and you can just try your hand at this, right? Okay children, tell me something. Did you enjoy the work? See, I tried my level best to make the videos as interesting and as informative as possible. I don't know how much I succeeded, but I tried. So the different techniques that I have taught you regarding the pencil shading, color pencil, your scumbling, cross hatching, try and do them in different objects so that you don't get bored. And whatever work you do, just keep it nicely with you so that when the school opens, which I am hoping that it opens soon and I get to meet you all, I'll see your work. Okay, so just utilize your time, don't waste it. Utilize your time after your school work, the other subject work that you are getting. Once you are done with this, take your artwork, because it is a nice stress buster, you know. So just do the work, keep it nicely, and hoping to see you all soon. Till then, just take good care of yourself. God bless you all.